My name is Kole, and I'm the composer for Jeklynn Heights. Actually wanted to make a video today. All of us here at Jeklynn wanted to make a video for the community, kind of outlining the music. So our style, some of the different themes we're going to do, and I'm planning on doing perhaps some future videos that go into even more detail, maybe when the album is released. But anyway, let's kind of get into it and talk a bit about the style, the sound, and all of the music that's been composed thus far. So what we have in Jeklynn Heights is a really unique art style. It has this kind of mysterious, quirky vibe, but it's dark, somewhat serious undertones, but at the same time comedic. So it's a nice little balancing act. And when we were trying to figure out musically what to do, there were a few things that came to mind. We knew we wanted to do something orchestral, but the instruments wouldn't always play as they normally would, or the combination themselves would be slightly different. The chords themselves and the progressions are actually quite unique. Maybe something you would find more in jazz music or things outside of typical orchestral, especially if you're familiar with RPG type orchestral music for games. So that's kind of the style we wanted to portray, and we knew that we wanted three different themes. We wanted one for the poor, one for the rich, and one for the world, because it's kind of like a character itself. It's holding down and not allowing the residents to escape at all. So we kind of wanted this in the game and these three different themes to interact with one another. And I want to talk about the world theme today. We'll talk about some of the others perhaps later. Now the world theme, like we said, it's kind of oppressive and there's a whole bunch of different elements in there, but we knew instrumentation-wise we wanted to have the whole orchestra at our disposal, plus the choir. You'll hear the choir in bits and pieces here and there in other themes, but it really shines in the world theme. Although it's still an undertone to the actual orchestral music, the strings, woodwinds, brass, all playing back and forth. So with all of these themes, I wanted them all in different time signatures. The world theme is in 9/8, and it just has a nice flow for the melody. Speaking of which, I'll actually play that and the different harmonies that are actually in the theme itself, although it does modulate a bit. So, going with this kind of oppressive nature of the world theme, we wanted something that sounded like a big net that's keeping everyone in. Kind of giving them a little hope, but then crushing it at the same time. So, I came up with a melody. It starts on D, goes up by half step, then comes back down and resolves. So it kind of goes up half step, oh, we might be escaping, nope. Then it drops back down, up, oh, might be escaping, but not really. So it just keeps falling further and further into this pit, if you will. And because the chords that we're using in Jeklynn Heights are different, they have extensions, so it's not just a minor triad or a major triad. It's a dominant 7 with a sharp 11 or a flat 13, or it's a minor add 9 or something. So in this world theme, we have D, which is our starting note, which is the 9 of C minor. So you're hearing this together. That, which is the major 7, flat 6, and then we're going to resolve by step to D major, but not just a D major. It'll actually be a D dominant 7, and then perhaps you'll hear a sharp 11 in there as the melody ascends again. Then you hear the theme. But instead of resolving by half step this time, it resolves by whole. Resolving down, again, a dominant 7 sound. A Lydian, you get that sharp 11 in there. And it resolves by tritone to this kind of 5, flat 5, 3, in the melody, resolving, again, by tritone substitution, to a sus4 chord, which is an F sharp sus4 with actually a flat 13 as well. And it doesn't actually resolve from there. But from that point, from the world theme, you can resolve into the poor theme or the rich theme or another part. It doesn't necessarily push you in any one direction. Sure, an F sharp major type chord or a sus chord maybe sounds like it wants to resolve down to just an F sharp major, or maybe to the B minor, or it'll resolve to E minor, or potentially you will hear in there as well, not the main title but in other pieces of music, this kind of F minor, so it's more a modulation by tritone substitution, which is a very dark, unexpected thing. And that's kind of why we went with that. Those last chords there, is it sounds like it could resolve anywhere. You don't know what the world is going to do. It's just there, oppressing, kind of not letting the residents out, giving different twists and turns, making them fight against each other. So this is the music for the world theme, but let's go ahead and hear it in action. I'm going to play a portion of our main title, which features the world theme, but you'll also hear bits and pieces of the poor and the rich theme kind of battling back and forth between each other. Thanks, and hope you enjoy.